All month long, I'm celebrating Shatner-Ween, where I'll be reviewing one William Shatner horror film each week, culminating in a very special review on Halloween Day. Up next is the 1977 sci-fi horror film, Kingdom of the Spiders. After the title card, we get an amazing song playing during the opening credits.
Down in peaceful Verde Valley, may it never fade away.
And after listening to this, I'm ready to pack it up and move to Verde Valley. Seriously. And look at that, starring William Shatner. We are off to a fantastic start. We open with a cow minding its own business, but it senses something. Poor thing. We then cut to the man himself, riding a horse and capturing a steer like a badass. Shatner plays Rack Hansen, the veterinarian of the small town. So a local brings the poor cow from earlier to see Shatner. It dies, and Shatner sends in the blood work to figure out the cause of death. All the while, we get glimpses of the tarantulas as they stalk the town and creep around. Damn it, another dog I have to worry about? And no, it doesn't make it. What's with dogs dying in these movies? People, little kids, whatever, but I draw the line at dogs and cats. So the university sends in an expert to investigate the results of the blood work from the cow, and Shatner takes a liking to her.
How would you like to have some dinner tonight?
Well, I probably will. I'll see you in the morning.
And no, she won't be able to resist his charm for very long. Oh, and I have to mention the music. Apparently a lot of stock music was used for this film, some of it from the original Twilight Zone series. It's all extremely effective, but this piece of music here always reminded me of something out of the Brady Bunch. So things escalate as the spiders wreak more havoc, and of course we have a skeptical town mayor cut from the same cloth as the mayor from Jaws.
You don't understand. We're gonna have a county fair here in 2 weeks, and I don't want a bunch of damn spiders roaming all over this whole countryside.
Well, can you guess how that's gonna end up? Didn't I tell you? There's no way she can resist Shatner. Actually, it's funny because at one point Shatner runs her off the road, basically kidnaps her.
Don't mind if I do.
Put me down. What are you doing? Dr. Hanson, would you please put me down?
All right.
Ow! Wait a minute!
And takes her to dinner. Well, that's one way to a woman's heart. So it really hits the fan as the spiders make their way through the small town, offing everyone in sight. Shatner and a group of survivors eventually barricade themselves in a local lodge and must fight to survive what is quickly becoming the Kingdom of the Spiders. Holy crap, this one's a classic. Seriously, I don't know if there's a more perfect example of a fun and effective B-movie that hits all the right notes. Things move at a lightning pace, we've got a likable cast, some nice drama, creepy spiders, and the man himself leading us through it. You can tell he's having a great time, and again, he just carries the movie flawlessly. I mentioned this in an earlier video, but Shatner doesn't get enough credit for his acting ability. He knows when to underplay things, or go big, depending on the material, and he's pitch perfect here. I used to watch this movie religiously as a kid, and it absolutely still holds up today. There's something so creepy about seeing hundreds of spiders, real spiders on screen. It really makes your skin crawl. Nowadays it would all be CGI, but back in the day, they used the real thing. We've got tons of great moments throughout the film, but my favorite was the third act, with our surviving characters barricaded in the lodge, Night of the Living Dead style. And the ending hits hard. I just love it. Now I do have one issue with this movie. Being from the late 70s, there are some scenes where the spiders are actually harmed. Thankfully it's brief, and it's only a couple of scenes, but it bothers me. I really don't think any living thing should ever be harmed or killed just to make a movie. It's the only flaw in an otherwise flawless movie. Now, if you haven't seen this one, watch it immediately. It's so much fun, and you will not be disappointed. Kino Lorber recently put out a fantastic special edition Blu-ray, loaded with lots of special features and amazing picture quality. It's honestly the best the film has ever looked, and I highly recommend picking it up. Well, that does it for this edition of Shatner-Ween. Next week, I'll be reviewing a slasher movie featuring the man himself. See you then.